Yo, what is good, everybody? Is your boy Ghost Dog back in the house and looking crazy with the headband the way it was. But we are at the Beach Grove firearm facility down in Beach Grove, Indiana. We're here to pick up a very special product today. So hopefully they let me record inside. I don't know. I didn't ask them, but if they tell me I can't, then we'll just talk about it once I get back. All right. See you guys inside. A little busy in here today, so here to pick up my next and only pistol for 2026. I promised my wife that I would only get one, but cool store. Come back because it's a little busy in here. We'll pick back up after we pick up the firearm. Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Ghost Dog back in the house, and we are here today with the teaser that I've been teasing for probably about 3-4 weeks at this time. At this time in the video, we are now sitting at 120 subs. So first off, I want to say thank you very much to all you that have subscribed to me at this time. Without you, this channel is nothing. And I look to continue to keep bringing forth more content and more conversations around the 2A space and to bring more 2A awareness to our community. So what I need from you before I get started is make sure that you are sharing this video out. If you are new to the channel, make sure you're clicking the subscribe button, click the bell for the notifications, hit the like button so that the algorithm knows that this video is something that should be representative, because as you know, in the 2A space, we get suppressed more than any other videos out there. So today is the day. Back right around Black Friday, actually. I was on RGG's channel when Zach was out with family. He just asked somebody to kind of jump on. I jumped on with him. So that's where most of you came from, or some of you came from. Maybe all of you came from there, or most of you came from there prior to coming to my channel. And he kind of promoted me out. But one of the things he'd asked me to do was to try other. I was talking about 1911/2011 guns. And he was like, "What's your budget?" And I said, "Oh, it's probably going to be somewhere between the range of, this price to this price." So before we go any further, for the YouTube purposes of this video, we are not in the business of selling firearms. We are only here to review products and educate our viewers about the products that we are reviewing today. I am not a firearms dealer, nor am I looking to make any money off of any purchase of any firearms or selling any firearms, nor do I condone I hate using that word condone, because I do condone, but I personally am not selling them. So we're going to leave it at that. All right. So he was like, "Hey, which ones have you tried?" I was like, "Well, the only one I've tried so far is the Prodigy, and the one I rented off the wall at the range I went to, I was not a big fan of." And he's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, it didn't do it for me." I was like, I tried it, was very excited, and when I shot it, I was like, this doesn't feel very good. But I try not to leave it up to like, it could have been an older Prodigy, could have been one that they don't take care of as well because it's a rental gun, so on and so forth. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna go back and try some other ones. And then I kept seeing a video that kept popping up. And I said, that one looks kind of interesting. And then everyone kept comparing it to a staccato. And I was like, I've heard about those. Those are usually like high 3s, low 4s for one of those good staccato guns. And everyone's comparing this lower end budget gun that fell into my range to that gun and saying, is it exactly a staccato? No. Is it a good clone? Yeah. From all the reviews that I've read, seen, heard people talk about them, they said it's a pretty good staccato clone. So, what are we talking about, right? You said, Ghost, get to it. You're 4 minutes into the video, and you have not even showed us what it was yet. So without further ado, let's flip to the... All right, so as you can see here, we have the Military Armament Corp. But which one do we have? What I will say is that I am looking to put this particular dot on it. It is the Wolf 2G for RMR footprints. I did find this one on sale for $126 over the holidays. Heard a lot of great things about the Sealy brand, so I want to try them out. You get this cool little patch right here, and then you also get a little read before using booklet. We'll do that a little bit later. You also get the warning read. So turn counterclockwise, results move dot down, turning clockwise, counterclockwise, results turning move dots left. And then I'm sure the other way means moving them right. He also gives you this card here. I don't know how well you guys can see that. The lighting on that is very bright. Let me see if I can soften that up just a bit there, so the camera can focus. There we go. So you get this 5 to 0 yards, 10 to 0 yard, or 10 to 0 and 25 to 0 type chart. Get a little Sealy white cloth and the Sealy sticker. You also get screws. More screws, and then it comes with this nice cover, I believe. Yeah, it comes with a cover. Get that off here. Where the battery tray goes there, and then you also get some. You get a plate as well. Okay. So all that's going to be for a little bit later. I wanted to show that off. This is a green dot. I've heard good things about green dots, and one of the reasons why I wanted to grab the green dot version is the same reason why I wanted to grab this pistol, and that's because I plan on using it for competition. Oh, I forgot about this little slot right here. This little slot right here gives you the key that you need to do your adjustments with. All right, let's put all this back for later. The star of the show, which Mac 9 did we end up picking up, right? So if you can see that there, you can read which one we end up getting. I'm going to be getting this for competition purposes, but before I use it for competition, obviously I want to train with a little bit, but I'm also going to be making some upgrades to this particular one, and we end up picking up the Mac 9 DS 5-inch version. Yeah, we have the, I think it's the teasing mags. Yeah, teasing mags. But I heard the Checkmate mags work with them just as well. Also, I've heard Prodigy mags work as well with these. So you get one in the gun. You also get one extra one, both 17 rounds. And you get this lock for if you need to lock it for whatever reason. And then you get this nice little carrying case. Also in the carrying case, you get your book. You get a cleaning brush. Pull through tool. You get the RMR plate, which they provide. So I've heard mixed reviews about the screws for the RMR plate they give you, which are, I believe, are these right here. So I'm going to do my review on these and see if that is still the case. If that is still the case, then I will reach out. I think they said Ace Hardware, which I believe there's still one Ace Hardware open here in Indianapolis off of in the Broward area. And then you get your additional trigger shoes right here. I believe this is a small trigger shoe, and then the large trigger shoe, and then this is the medium trigger shoe. So it really just depends on which one you like to get. All right, and then you get this nice little carrying bag for it, where you get the straps, so you can strap it down. And as you can see, I still have the tag on mine because I just picked this up. I haven't had a chance to unbox it yet fully. I've unboxed it a little bit. I just haven't unboxed it a whole lot. So I'll go ahead and get this out of here. Oh, also in here it comes with the little tag so that people know that it is unloaded. All right, so there's that. And then for YouTube purposes, magazine is empty. Pistol is clear. As you can see, there is nothing in there. See the Sealy box down there. All right. So this is just out of the box initial reviews, things I've learned so far. Oh, I forgot to put this back in there. I'll put it back in later. But a 5-inch barrel, it does have the comp big port right there. It's got some nice slides, but these slides do get hot when you're shooting. So don't know. I've seen some people do some different things. I've seen them port out of these as well. I don't know if I would do that on this particular one. This grip, I did know I had seen a 4.4 one at one of my ranges I go to, and I remember seeing the grip, and I kept thinking this is probably one of the first things that I probably won't change out the entire grip, but eventually we'll change out the entire handle. But I think for now I may just put on a different grip to cover right here. But you got, it is a hammer fire pistol with a very light trigger to most of the other ones that I have. So there's that. You got your extended mag well right here, release button. You have your safeties. Although I don't know if I'll have the Kimber video out by this time, but I shot the Kimber 20K11 as one of the other 2011s slash 1911s that I had wanted to test out. RGG, I didn't get to finish telling the story. RGG had told me that, I'll pull this a little closer to me, that he wanted me to try not only this one, but the Romulus Alpha Foxtrot, as well as what was the other one he told me to try? I forget what the other one he told me to try was, but he wanted me to try 3 of them, and I actually didn't try any of those. I couldn't find any of those at any of my local ranges as of right now. So I ended up trying the Kimber 2K11, which is about 2.5 times more than this gun, and then, or 150% more if you want to look at it that way, more than this gun. And then I've tried the Springfield Prodigy, which is about 50% more than this gun as well. So why did I go with this one? Out of all the budget ones, this is one that got the best review. So let's continue to keep talking about it. We talked about the front serrations. The sights are blacked out sights, and I heard one reason why that they put a full blackout instead of putting a optic sight on the front is because with the port, it lets a lot more, makes your sight a lot more dirty. So eventually it's going to be black anyway. So they just leave it black. So what I may end up doing is find somebody to put either a optic sight on here for me and just work at keeping it clean, or putting a little white dot directly center, or even just touching the tip of this white, just so that I can kind of see that a little bit better. We got the hammer fire right there. We got the grip safety that is very standard on most 1911s. As you can see, the slide is very smooth compared to a lot of the other guns. But even here, it's something that I'll probably end up changing in the long run, is because I want to get a little bit less recoil with this one. Although I haven't shot it yet, so we're going to be taking it to the range and shooting this a little bit later on. This is just me unboxing it and talking about it at this time. This is an aluminum, I think, an aluminum. Although I have a hard time believing that this is all aluminum. This feels kind of plastic-like to me. But I heard it is aluminum. The grip texture is a little bit better on the 5-inch version than it is on the 4 1/4. As I was getting ready to discuss, that I've already felt in store. You got the flared magwell on here as well. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I will say some of the things I did here is that I'm going to want to. Oh, we do have the extended slide release right here, which is real nice because with my longer fingers, even sometimes I felt like on the Kimber it was a little short, but I have a longer hand than most people, so I can flick this down pretty easy. But if you have a shorter hand, I heard a lot of people have to break their grip in order to do it, so I can get to this pretty easy and do that. So there's the extended slide release. And outside of that, I think that's pretty much it about this pistol. It is a tooled guide rod, which I'm going to have to learn a little bit more. I think if you can see that, there's a little hole. I don't know if you can see. Oops, right there. You should be able to see there's a little hole right there that the tool goes in so that you can release the slide. I want to tell you, I'm not real happy about that. This will be the first pistol I've had that with. Man, that trigger is so nice. That reset is buttery. That's so buttery. All right, don't talk about my hands, y'all. My hands has got. I didn't put any lotion on before I started. I washed them a little bit. I was doing some work around the house. But I'm very excited about that. We're going to be making some minor upgrades early on, and then some more major upgrades hopefully as the year goes along. We're definitely going to be adding a grip texture to the grip area. I think I know which one I'm going to go with, but I'm going to leave it up as a surprise for now. I heard the magwell, you'll want to take this off to put that on. So we'll be learning how to take that off, as well as I may end up changing out the magwell as well. And definitely looking at possibly changing out the trigger. I want to add a little flare, a little ghost dog flare to it, and see what I can do with that. And then as far as the slide, we're definitely going to be adding. We're going to start off by adding the Sealy optic, which I believe when you add the optic, you lose your rear sight. So I don't think this one has a co-witness rear sight part on it. So we'll try this out, and if we end up not liking it, then we will replace this dot with something else, and I'll save this dot for another pistol down the line. This one only ran me a little over $100, so I'm not worried about that one. But what do you guys think? How do you guys feel? What are your guys' thoughts on the Mac 9? So how do you guys feel? What are your guys' thoughts about the Mac 9 DS comp in the 5-inch version? We'll be taking this out to the range and testing this out, so stay tuned to that video. And until then, it is your boy Ghost Dog. Oh, wait a minute. Again, if you are new to the channel and you are finding that you're liking the content that's coming out on the channel, make sure you're clicking the subscribe button. For those who are returning, thank you very much. I appreciate you. This channel is nothing without you. And let me know in the comments what your guys' thoughts are on the Mac 9 DS comp. Okay? Is it just a sad knockoff of the Springfield Prodigy or of the Staccato, or is this actually a good budget gun to do some great upgrades with and still not pay that Staccato price? All right, boys and girls. It is your boy Ghost Dog signing out. Remember, stay safe, stay ready, and stay prepared. And I will catch up with you next time. Until then, it is your boy Ghost Dog signing out. Peace.